Good morning or good afternoon. My name is Olivier Tichit. I'm the Director of Sustainability at Musim. I would like first to thank the Accountability Framework Initiative for giving me the opportunity to share a few things about our experience using the framework. Musim is one of the largest integrated palm oil companies. We are involved in every stage of palm oil, from cultivating and processing fruit to refining the oil and manufacturing industrial ingredients and consumer goods. And so we rely on a vast supply base. Today, for example, our supply chain includes more than 500 mills and about 200 supplier groups. We recognized early on that different suppliers had different resources, different capacities to work towards sustainable palm oil production. We cannot rely on a one-size-fits-all strategy. We need a tailored approach to support our suppliers in achieving their NDP commitments and closing eventual gaps. In 2020, with the launch of our updated sustainability policy, we saw an opportunity to evaluate our systems against the accountability framework. We worked with the AFI Secretariat and with ProForest on a training session for relevant Musim staff to familiarize them with the framework, including the core principles and the operational guidance associated with supplier management, monitoring, and human rights. Then the AFI team worked with Musim to review our engagement tools. The review informed decision to update and improve the tools we've used. Although Musim began working on environmental and human rights issues several years before the launch of the accountability framework, we found the framework very useful for improving supplier engagement efforts. We see the framework as a common language, an excellent first step to building trust with our suppliers and other stakeholders. Using this shared language makes our commitment and reports clearer to all stakeholders. Although Musim began working on environmental and human rights issues several years before the launch of the accountability framework, we found the framework useful for improving our supplier engagement efforts. We see the framework as a common language, and that is an excellent step to building trust with our suppliers. Using this shared language also makes our commitments and reports clearer to all stakeholders. Musim follows a multi-step approach to identifying and addressing non-compliances. This is in line with AFI Core Principle 6, Managing for Supply Chain Compliance, as well as the operational guidance on supply chain management. AFI guidance on managing supplier non-compliance reassured us that our approach was going in the right direction. The framework also helped us further with supplier engagement, looking back at the tools we had developed over time and benchmarking them against what AFI shows as being best practice. Similarly, we see AFI as a way to helping companies figure out what they want to achieve and reassure them that they are going in the right direction. Not only us, but also our suppliers and our peers. AFI is not a compliance standard. It's not a certification standard. Its guidance can be applied to many different commodities and very different positions and levels along the supply chain or across an entire landscape. This helps a wider range of stakeholders with varying capacities, resources, and interests. Thank you very much.